Wednesday to each and every one of you. I just wanted to say thanks for the new people that has joined our Facebook this past week or so. I know we got like 2 or 3 yesterday or something like that. I want to say I really appreciate each and every one of you for joining and just having a good time and keeping everything smooth as possible. That was a deer just run out of the road. I tried to get the camera turned around fast enough to see it. Just wanted to just say thanks to each and every one of you, and to the ones that has joined our YouTube channel. I've been working on a couple awesome shows ideas here for the past 2-3 days. I've been working on one that's kind of giving me a fit. I can't get it worked out the way I want it to work out, so I had to go with a different route on that one. And then the other one, I've been working on a couple places to start doing some location here next couple of weeks. Try to get some content out to y'all. Me and my dad's gonna hit it pretty hard this weekend and next weekend. I'll be leaving out on the 9th, I think it is, for our trip to the beach, and coming back on the 14th. And then that Friday, me and my dad's gonna go out and do some cemetery stuff, finding some things. I've been working on another project it's about finished. I'm heading off to work this morning, y'all. I kind of left the house just a little bit early. I didn't expect to leave this early. I just got where I couldn't sleep no longer. Had to hurry up and get up. I just couldn't lay there much longer. They already have been taking some machines down at work, getting ready for the shutdown for 2 weeks. And so we will be hitting it pretty hard on doing some investigating work. Also, this coming up weekend on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Michael, one of our team members, he's the equipment tech manager. He's been with us ever since the first time we started investigating, about 3, maybe 4 years ago now. is a good guy, so he's going to do a story for us on Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. He's going to be doing one for female goddess. There's several of them. I don't know which one he's going to be talking about so far yet, but like I said, though, he's all excited and everything. He said he's going to start doing this, studying up on it right quick, and be ready for us. And then the following Sunday, I am going to be doing a story about Dr. D.L. Myers. He was one of the doctors at Trivette Clinic that we're getting ready to do in August. That is the 9th of July, I think it is. I can't remember. It's going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time also. I will be doing that story from the beach. Who knows, I might have a special guest on the show, I don't know. We will see after the story time. After Michael does his presentation on the story, we'll talk a little bit. I'll open up the floor for the people to ask them questions about certain things. So if y'all don't mind, just please stop by and say hey to him. Make him feel comfortable by telling the story for us. August 11th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be going to the Trivette Clinic. I've got one person, two, maybe four people that hadn't been there that wants to go, so we're going to take them and see. One of them is my buddy Rick that's in the group. He hadn't never been to the clinic, so I hope he gets to go with us. Also, the guy that went with us several months ago to the bridge, buddy Chris from work and his kids, they might get to come. I'm not sure yet. I asked them the other day, so we will see about that. And then we've got one other person that might be interested in going. I hadn't heard from him yet, so we will see about that. I'm not going to be doing investigation at the clinic myself. I'm going to walk around and hop in on their investigations and video it as like a cameraman. I will stay in each session for 30 minutes or so. Then we'll go down and we'll check out the cameras from all over the building, and maybe we might have one or two outside setting up to see if there's anything out that way. you doing? No, not today. I've seen one deer so far across the road earlier. I'm just heading to work this morning, so I ain't out riding just like I normally do. But we are going to, me and my dad's going to go out one night around about 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Probably this weekend, maybe Friday night or so, Saturday night. And possibility to be Thursday night, because I'll be home, and we might do a recording videos, just out riding around up around where we used to ramble at when me and my brother was little, when we used to help all these farmers around. There is some scary roads up in that area. Appreciate you coming in, hanging out with me for a little bit. I'm about 20 minutes out from work, maybe 25 at the most. I'm gonna go down and get me some breakfast. I've still been working on getting a couple places for an investigation. The ones that I'm having trouble is getting is the 2 hospitals and a school. That would bring good content to us, especially the 2 hospitals. Yeah, I found a couple the other week just out riding around. That is a good idea to do, but unfortunately we can't get to them because you gotta cross people's land to get to it, and I've asked them and they won't let us go to it, so we'll eventually find somewhere. We went to one probably about several months ago. We really had sorry y'all, my phone cut out on me. that's cool. Yeah, we got several. I wanted to do the house that where I grew up in, and unfortunately they tore it down. The new people that bought the land, they tore the house down and everything. So that would have been a good place, because my grandpa was seen in that house several times. And I would figure probably some of my other family members might be showing up in there and stuff like that, but unfortunately they tore it down about 2 years ago. Nothing scary. Yeah, that's just like I said, a lot of abandoned houses and stuff like that. Yeah, they might be old and they do look scary, but most of the time it's not as haunted as what you would think. We went in one time and there wasn't nothing in that place. But this new location that we are working on getting, it is an old house, and there's a cemetery right beside it, probably about, I don't know, I'm gonna say at least good 1,500 yards at the most, maybe a little more. I felt more at the cemetery than I did at the house itself, but the house has got another in it also. I figure it could be the owner. Some of the people that's in the cemetery might used to live in the house itself, and then they went back to it after they left. So I got a feeling that's going to be a good one. We're just waiting on the word from the landowner to get permission to go in that one. It'll probably be in the fall when we do that place, because it is growed up and real snaky-fied, and a lot of ticks and stuff like that's out. What happened there is an old couple used to live there. Passed away, and people who rent there don't even stay a month, and they don't continue renting there. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, sometimes you'll get something, sometimes you won't. It's just according on if they want to interact with you, you know what I'm saying? It's just like the first time we went to the clinic, we had a hard time that night to get something to start happening. And we just went out in the hallway, me and my cousin, we sat down in them chairs out in the hallway upstairs and started talking. We was talking about normal everyday stuff there for a while. I know we sat there for at least an hour and a half, just talking, catching up on stuff and everything, and all of a sudden the REM pod went off, and it just constantly went off, and it actually blew the battery out. It blew the battery pump out. The battery wouldn't work. It killed the battery and everything. So that was pretty interesting that night. That was our first investigation, but it took almost all night long. just to get that to happen. I have been to a place that as soon as we got there, we already had stuff happening. Ain't had nothing set up, hadn't had anything recorded yet. A lot of stuff happens. And I have been to the clinic where ain't nothing happened. Just same way when I went to John Martin's grave. He's a Revolutionary War colonel, lieutenant colonel, I think it's his title. He actually had a pretty good night that one night. I've been over there a time or two, ain't had nothing happen. And then I've been over there where 2 or 3 things happened at the same time. Yes, I do have paranormal experiences on the highway. Over on the road where the bridge is at that we've done, we be driving through there, which we will be going back later here for long, just doing a drive through. We might stop at the bridge, and that will be the only place we will stop, and do an investigation there, just according on what we feel like doing at that particular time. We actually can't go back to the cemetery there on that road or to Peggy's house, so the bridge will be the only spot we can go to. We just actually had well, let me tell you that experience first. On that road, we will be driving down the road, and there's a house up on the hill that claims there's nobody stays at it or anything like that, but there is lights on in there, and sometimes the lights are off. Not all of them, but a couple. And on the outside, there is a couple like floodlights that are on sometimes, and sometimes it's off.
Good morning, can I take your order?
Yes, I'm gonna get a gravy biscuit and 2 hash browns.
What else?
That's it.
$6.60.
And we get on down the road right before you get to the bridge. Sometimes you feel the tension there, and sometimes you won't. It just according on about what time of the night you go through there. As soon as you cross over the bridge, that's where I start feeling a lot of stuff happen. It makes me barely can breathe, feel like there's something there is mashing me on the chest, try to hold us back. Me, but this same cousin have 2 after being at a ghost town called
Hey there, $6.60.
I need some ketchup too, please.
Yes.
Pops over one of his friends.
Have a good day.
You, bud. So, in a bike would put him with a belt. Oh, that's crazy. Also, they passed by a large bull, and while they were passed by this animal, my cousin turned his head and looked at it, and the bull did the same, making eye contact. That's crazy. Yeah, we went across. As soon as we go across the bridge, it seemed like there's something there inside the truck that's trying to hold us back. You know, like making it hard to breathe, pushing on the chest. And my dad, we was at that cemetery that one night. Just me and him. Nobody's with us. And no, that was when MJC Paranormal and Austin was with us. That's when my dad seen that face that came up into the window. He just had got out of the hospital. Probably a month prior to that. And we was standing in the cemetery, and he said he had to go sit down. So he went to the truck and sat down. And that same road now, the cemetery wasn't about not even quite 100 yards away from the truck. So my dad, he was walking out through there, and he went and got in the truck finally, and he wasn't gone for about 10 minutes, if that. He was flickering his flashlight at us. So he did it 2 or 3 times, so I went over there then and checked on him. He was white as a ghost. Something there actually came up to the glass and looked at him. So he was scared to death. When I went over there to the truck and checked him out and see what he wanted, he was white. I mean, he was scared and shaking. I never seen him scared and shaking like that before. Oh, that's crazy right there. I think my cousin told me one time that a story that they picked up somebody on the side of the road that time after they got home from work. They were still in school. That's when they was doing the work release. And they leave school a certain time of day, then they'll go to the job and work, but they had to be home at a certain time. I think like at midnight or something. And they picked up somebody, I think it was a girl or something on the side of the road. They took her to her house, and all of a sudden, when they got up there, they turned around and looked, she wasn't even in the car. And they never did stop nowhere, so that's one of the stories they told me, and that kind of stuck with me. Locked the door, so one of these mystery men started knocking in. Door open. I don't know when they're going to get this thing fixed. I'll look at the chat here in a minute, y'all. Just give me a few minutes here. Ain't much of a garden, are they? Standing there talking on the phone, not even paying attention to anything. Just let me get parked right here, y'all, and then we'll get back talking, okay? While I'm eating. Don't look like that many people's here today. Well, I say last night. There we go. Okay, let me catch up on the chat here now. Now to get down, but his friend refused and meant to roll them over it. So he hit the gas, and those people let them pass if they didn't let him pass. Yeah, I would have done the same thing too, bud. Had it on the road. But far as driving down the road, I do feel presence, like eerie feeling and stuff like that. We got one road here that's called Payne Road. There's some stuff happening on that road, but I can't find the actual spot that where everybody's talking about. Then we got a road that's called Gravity Hill, not far from where I live at. We ain't tried it yet. We hadn't done anything with that. My cousin, well, there's a bunch of them. There's about, I don't know, there's about 10 of them, close to 15 of them. Was at one of our other cousins' house one night, waiting a night. My family used to get together and they always played cards. They played stuff like that, board games and things. Well, all the kids and everything, they got together and they played the Ouija board. And all three of my main cousins that I talk to quite regular, they all can tell you the same story, same happening. And if you put them in different states in a different room and ask them the same question, but they don't know what question you ask them, they'll all give you the three same answers, just like it's nothing. Of what happened that night. That was a pretty crazy story that they told. I mean, I hadn't talked to them in a while, though. I did talk to one of them the other day, but the other two I hadn't talked in a while too. Have you ever done the Ouija board before? I had never met. We had one, but we never did mess with it. I don't even know where that thing got off to. Yeah, we had one. We don't mess with one now. When we was little, we had one, but we never did use it. Uh, my aunt, she had one. Uh, we tried to play it at her house one time. Me and a few other my cousins had, but nothing ever. Yeah, that was back in the day when they all got popular. You don't really hear tell much of any of them nowadays, but they still out there. A lot of people are using them, on locations and stuff, and we don't particularly use them because that'd be just a little bit more than you bargained for. You get hold one of them and you get it operating just right or something other, that makes you have a bad day right there. Because you never know what you're gonna conjure up with that thing. I've got a cousin that messed with them there for a while, and he got something there that he couldn't get rid of at one time. We had one of our team members. One night we left the clinic. We was all going home and everything. Next day, or the day after that, or something, 2 days later, or something, he was telling me that they had something there following them home. Excuse me. And he said it was kind of crazy. Got the thing and it actually left. So that's one thing. And you also have to respect the spirits anyway, just because of that reason. If you get one of the spirits mad and they actually attach to you, follow you home, ain't gonna tell them what will happen. You know what I mean? It actually was a crazy night that night when that happened. And I've heard people, when they go to a haunted location, they'll get something there, take it home with them. From that location. I never do. Just for that simple fact that whatever is there, they're gonna be attached to it. Sure as world. It might take you a while to figure out what's going on, and then you might figure it out right quick. And do you believe in things like Bigfoot, UFOs, and aliens? I do believe there's something out there. If there's not, they wouldn't be keeping it covered up. You know what I'm saying? Like the aliens, if it's not anything there, why do they keep these certain places on lockdown? You know, where nobody can go in, or really high guarded and stuff like that. That's just my opinion. Uh, far as the Bigfoot thing goes, they have to do a little bit more digging on finding more evidence instead of just a footprint or a little twig of hair here and there. That's just my opinion. I mean, I know I touch a lot of people's aggravating when I say that, but it's true. You can't just go on one footprint. Somebody can be out there doing that. You never know. It's hard to see that until they can prove, excuse me, that more than one footprint. Yeah, I know he's probably long legged, he's tall, but yet they only just find that one. Why can't they find multiples like where he's walking? That's just my opinion on that part. I ain't saying he's not real. I ain't saying he's not out there. I'm saying there's something there. It's just that for me to actually believe it, they need to just do a little bit more on digging that. I've heard a lot of people telling stories about what they've seen. I ain't denying that in their bit. Some of them I do question a little bit, but some you can tell which ones you can believe and which one you can't believe. Because if they keep on about it, just keep on with you, that means, to me, that means they just trying to get you aggravated, agitated and stuff. After they talk about it, just let it go. If you believe it, you believe. If you don't, you don't. There's a lot of people don't believe in the paranormal. A lot of people don't even believe that there's ghosts. Well, that's just their opinion. That's my opinion is different. When you get woken up in the middle of the night and you see your mom or your grandma or your best friend standing at the foot of your bed, there's something there. You know what I'm saying? I remember my grandma, when my grandpa died, when I was old enough, she was telling the story. She said that he'd come and visit her every night when she's trying to sleep. And I mean, that was that. I've listened to her tell that many times when I was growing up. When she passed away, I think in '94, I remember that day. It wasn't about 2, 3 weeks. Me and my brother was kind of close to my grandma, and when she passed, it was a hard time. But within a couple of weeks or so, or a month or so, something like that, I was trying to sleep one night and I actually saw her standing at the foot of the bed. I guess she just wanted to come by and check on us. The same way when my best friend died. Me and my brother, we did everything with him. He passed away in his late 30s, early 40s, somewhere like that. We done everything with that man. We did a lot of farming. We helped a lot of farmers around where he lived at. We rode 4-wheelers all the time. We used to go out and cut wood. We used to take it to the old people there around where they live at that couldn't get out. I remember that one old lady that we took wood to. It wasn't every time we were out of school, we was always at his house doing something, pretty much. And he came by and visited me one time. Same way with my mom. She visited me one night where I'm living at now at my new house where we built when we got married. I woke up one night and there she was, and then uh, it took me forever to get back to sleep. My wife told me I was crying and everything, that I was talking in my sleep and all that stuff. So you don't, some of that stuff you just don't forget about, if you know what I mean. I remember my dad, where he grows up at, they had a something roaming around in the woods down where they lived at when I was growing up. Uh, it was like a Black Panther that they all talked about. It's been there for many, many years, and that's he told about it. My uncle, my dad's brother, told about it. Everybody's told about it that lived down there, and they still talking about it. Now this is back in the 40s and the 50s and stuff, and this is 2000. So they, yeah, I know they. I don't know what they really seen, but they swear up and down that's what it was. Some of them scared to go outside at night because of it, but if it's the same one, if he was to bite you, you wouldn't even feel it. He'll probably be gumming you to death because he's so old now his teeth will fall out. But they swear up and down that he's still there. Today's gonna be a fun field day, that's for sure. Gonna be tiresome, gonna be wore out when I get home. 12 hours can't hurt me get by fast enough. If it was a cougar, a black one sounds not likely. Yeah, I don't know what it was. They just talked about a Black Panther, which I really can't disagree because there's been some wild animals being spotted here lately around here. Like a leather could be. Yeah, I just right here in this county where I work at, they it's not common to see bears or nothing like that, but there is a black bear roaming through town here, and we're far from the bear country, I guess you would say. And that was shocking when I seen it. He's been spotted twice now within a week here, so they're actually trickling down through here. So I can't disclaim it. My buddy caught one on his trail camera where he uses for deer hunting. I personally ain't never really seen anything like it. So you live in the United States? Yeah, I do. And there are at the border black and a black one was caught in a trail camera in northern Mexico. Oh, that's cool. You live in Mexico? Yeah, I live in the U.S. all the way on the East Coast. I live in the state of North Carolina. I appreciate you coming in, hanging out with me this morning. Make sure you tell your friends and stuff about the channel and everything if you don't mind. I just got to get some watch hours up. I normally go live every morning that I work. I'll go live that morning. I'm working tomorrow also, so I'll be live tomorrow morning at the same time. And then on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be doing my talk show or interview or story time. I will be going live from the beach probably one day that we're down there. Do a morning show or something. Go out on the balcony or something other and sit there and do a show right quick, 30-minute show or something. Wish I was back at the house and in bed, sleep. I didn't get much sleep last night. I must have slept yesterday hard, and last night I couldn't sleep or nothing. I was rolling, tumbled all night. I got up at 4 o'clock this morning, got ready for work. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, I got a few more minutes left. But yeah, we going to be doing that'll be my great grandpa or somebody's house down where my dad and them growed up at. I don't know when. We've been talking about it for the past year, but we ain't never had a chance to get down there yet. But we'll eventually get by there sometime or another and do that. Oh man. Yeah, I just yes, we do have a lot of activity here. That's one of the main big things here now. It's paranormal actually has gotten big here in North Carolina. There's actually several groups that does paranormal. There's one lives in the town where I do. I don't associate with them or nothing. I never know them till I looked online, but I don't never talk to them or nothing like that. But there's several people here that does paranormal and things like it. And my group, I started it about maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I can't remember exactly. Uh, we, I started this group with my dad just to be spending time with him and stuff. And it actually gotten bigger than what I expected. Uh, they like everything that we done as a group. It actually gotten bigger, bigger, bigger. I started out with 3 people to 4, and now we got 8 people in the group. And we go to the gas station, we go to the grocery store, stuff like that, and people will stop and talk to you about it and everything like that. So it's kind of crazy, 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 crazy. I never expect to be that way. I never expect to have my own channel on YouTube. Never expected to grow like it has grown. I have met a lot of cool, interesting people, a lot of friends through this. Now, me and my dad and my buddy Michael that I worked with, he joined us about as soon as we got started, and he is one of our oldest members of the group now. Then my cousin and my aunt, my dad's sister, and her daughter, actually in the group now. So it's pretty much a family based group. But we do have a couple other people that's not family, but they act like family. So it's a win win situation. Sorry, I'm yawning so much, man. I just didn't get much sleep last night. I bet I slept maybe an hour altogether. Yeah, I'm gonna get ready to get off of here in a minute. Anyway, I got some things I gotta get ready for work here in a little bit. Uh, I just told a friend who lived in North Carolina, the, that I came across a live stream from. Oh, that's cool. I don't live but probably 2 hours away from there. I'm northeast. I'm in northwest North Carolina, up in the mountain area. Not in the mountains, but I'm just a foot of the mountains. I'm about 20 minutes from Virginia state line. I've actually got some family lives up in that way. I don't, my wife does. I got some videos. My first video I did was at uh Mayberry, where Andy Griffith's born at, the Andy Griffith Show. I don't know if you ever seen that show or not, but I don't live about probably 5 minutes away from there, 10 minutes at the most. Next time they have Mayberry Days, I might go up there and do a video of the Mayberry Days and see if I can't catch some of the people that dress up like the original characters. I know there's one dressed like Otis. There's one dressed like Barney and Floyd. I don't know why it says reconnect. All about TV show I like, one called. Oh, I never seen that one. I got new on TV called The Ghost. It was, I've been wanting to watch it, but I can't get it on my TV at the house. So I ain't there to see it yet, and it's done been like into 2 seasons or something else like that. Yeah, dog man. Yeah, I don't never really watch much shows on TV. I got now where I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube. I've watched a little bit of everything. I got a lot of followers in here from different categories of YouTube. I got quilt making people in here, people that does camping, homesteaders and stuff like that. A bunch of paranormal teams and things like that. I like to watch stuff about vampires and the old stuff like that, the vampires and uh, the Invisible Man thing they did back when everything was black and white. Some of that stuff is very interesting. I like to watch the old Frankenstein movie. Just several different things like that. I don't watch much of that stuff, but I watch a little bit. I just have to be in notion to watch different things. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off of here. I appreciate you coming in, hanging out with me. Yep, it's already 6:02. I'm gonna try to get my stuff ready, go into work. Like I said, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for coming in, hanging out with me this morning. I know it was early and everything. It is 6 o'clock now. I'll start work here in a little bit. Have a good night. I appreciate it, but thank you for coming in. Morning. Yeah, I appreciate you hanging out with me, man. Thank you a lot. My show is this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My buddy Michael, he'll be telling a story about a female goddess. And when he gets done with that, we'll open up the floor for questions and everything like that. Ask him any kind of questions that has to do with that topic of that night. And then the next Sunday after that, I will be doing a story on Dr. D.L. Myers. That was one of the doctors at Trivet Clinic. Very interesting. He had many practices that he did while he was a doctor. So we'll learn a little bit about that back in the day. And y'all have a good Wednesday morning, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.